And almost taken away. It is taken away. Uh-oh. Showtime.
New Orleans, Zion to put it in on the third with an exclamation mark.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Zion Williamson is fooling the Pelicans again. There's no question when Zion plays, he's one of the best players in the league, and he has been for the last couple of months. He's at the lightest weight of his entire career. Zion's been in great shape, playing his best basketball. But this isn't the first time Zion has done this. Ever since his contract extension in 2022, Zion's been repeating a cycle. In the offseason, he gets out of shape and gains a ton of weight. When the season starts, he doesn't perform up to his usual standards and eventually gets injured. From there, he spends an excessive amount of time rehabbing to the point where everyone starts to question if he really even cares about coming back. For example, in 2022, he had a hamstring strain that most players only miss a couple of weeks with, while Zion was out for the season with over half the games remaining. Finally, when the season is already decided, he comes back, gets in amazing shape, and plays his best basketball until the end of the season, or when he re-injures himself to start the next offseason and restart the cycle. Why does Zion do this? Well, his contract extension has a weight clause and a games played clause. If he violates those, portions of his salary are no longer guaranteed. Zion gets in shape to pass his weigh-in checkpoints. He hasn't failed one this season. Zion is scheduled to miss back-to-backs, but if he plays in all the other games this season, he will meet the minimum requirement in his contract for games played. He needs 41 games. Notice when the season was already down the drain, Zion tried shifting the blame to the Pelicans for not playing him in back-to-backs. Why would a guy who barely plays all of a sudden care so much about playing in back-to-backs? Well, he knew he'd be cutting it close for games played in his contract, and he wanted to make sure he'd reach it. The Pelicans would have to waive Zion to benefit from the clauses and shed some of his salary, but if it ever got to that point, Zion wants to make sure that most of his money is guaranteed. That's why he returns when the season is over and gets in phenomenal shape. Before the extension and the clauses, Zion just sat out as long as he could, but he can't do that anymore. If it went to the extreme, he would eventually get waived and his money wouldn't be guaranteed. Some have speculated that this contract is the reason why Zion fired his agent, since now he has to at least try and play some games and he has to keep his weight down. If it weren't for these clauses, I don't think we'd ever see Zion in shape again.
Are you to feeling like you'll be ready to play?
I mean, physically I'm fine. Now it's just a matter of when I feel like Zion.
If NBA contracts ever stop being guaranteed, look no further than this being the reason. Zion is capable of getting in great shape to play his best when part of his contract is at stake, but when he's fully healthy and his salary is guaranteed, he doesn't always feel like Zion. Next season will determine if Zion can finally break the cycle or if he ends up right back where he started. If he's able to break the cycle, he can be one of the greatest players of all time.